Hopefuls for the month, and indeed for the year, comes down to this. It's been a good ride, I've enjoyed being with you all for it. Let's count this last game down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ah, I am muted. This is terrible. Nobody can hear me. What a disaster. Okay, I think I'm not muted. I can see green bars moving in OBS. Also, hi YouTube. I know this will annoy you. Both players starting off with a couple of burns and a Tetris. Seed not showing any demons just yet. This would be the biggest win by far in either player's career, so there's a lot on the line for them here. And we'll see, like, who can overcome the jitters better has a great chance of taking this. Weston with a nice little sequence of tucks to get set up on the right side. He will get a Tetris to go to 79,000, Catsugiri will get a Tetris to go to 85, Weston goes up to 102, a 1 Tetris lead early on for Weston. Oh no, that's so sad, Tyler, I'm sorry. Do you still want to meet up in Mongolia at 8 UTC? It'll still be fun. 127 for Weston, 130 for Catsugiri, neck and neck early on, exactly what we want to see. Weston having to burn a little bit, nice tuck at the J. Good T to get the well open, being made to wait a minute for the long bar, but he gets it there, 154. Catsugiri depended on one in column 3, but she won't have to wait too long. Catsugiri going with quite an aggressive long bar placement to get Tetris ready. She gets the Tetris, but at the cost of making that hole. Weston, meanwhile, it's a bit of a spin tuck setup. Gets the spin tuck. Brilliant execution from Weston. Gets a spin as well. I think he wanted to turn that into a center well. In the end, he took the triple, but some style points there, if not many actual points for Weston. And he does still have the lead, Catsugiri running into some trouble as a result of that pesky hole at the bottom. A Tetris behind at 194. Weston trying to avoid burning, but game's taking its time to show a long bar. This is a real drought forming now. Weston takes the safety double. He's starting to run out of options. Gets 2 long bars back to back for the Tetrises though. Being up that high pays off. And gets one for the dependency on the left too. Catsugiri hasn't scored a Tetris in a little while, still trying to clean this board up and get rid of that. That one madly annoying hole at the bottom is still there. It has been the whole time, but Weston with a hang. Weston has hung that S on the left, goes for the long bar and cannot get it over. Weston will top out at 270. That was very sudden, but this is what often happens in a final. And in NES Tetris more generally, to be honest. That is an unfortunate way to kick things off for Weston. Catsugiri has a chase down. It's not over yet, she needs to get to 271. Yes, Murray, Weston does still tap. So Catsugiri not quite there yet. Won't quite be there with another Tetris. Needs a little bit more than a Tetris. 271 to win. Tetris for Catsugiri, 269. Hey now. Almost there. Couple more singles will be enough. And there it is. Catsugiri completes the Chasedown and she takes game 1. Both players are ready. Let's count down game 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Hey Cole. Cole is here, the star of the goofy picture on the left side of the screen. Maybe that helps prove that it's not actually Cole and Dan playing, if they're both actively in the chat. That's the best proof we can get, I suppose. Weston, not sure what to do with that J, and gonna end up with quite an awkward overhang there. Actually, it is a Vitz setup. Potential Vitz setup, but he wisely chooses not to wait for the long bar. He might wait for the long bar here, though. And it will pay off. The long bar shows up at a decent time. Weston does get the very elevated Centerwell Tetris. Neither player starting off with an efficiency to write home about. They're both around 60,000 at the moment. I peacefully coexist with narrow objects, Hazel. Weston's right side looking a little bit scuffed. Has the option to set up on row 3 if he wants to, but I think he's unlikely to take that. Catsugiri has a chance to build a lead right now, but she's having to take plenty of burns herself. She's at 115, just with a 1 Tetris lead for now. Weston pretty much cleaned up on his side as well. So Catsugiri in the end not extending the lead that much. She will get a Tetris there, but Weston's pretty much ready. $185 Catsugiri, $148 Weston. No, I don't plan on becoming the correct gender to be someone's wife. I will in fact reject the callings of the typo. I know it's very sad. It will disappoint a lot of people, but I must do it. Catsugiri in some trouble. Handling it very well, not panicking. It can be quite hard in this sort of situation not to panic there. This is, after all, the finals, and like, the biggest win of both these players' careers is on the line, but staying calm, as hard as it is vital. Catsugiri with 1 hole still, but bringing the board down. Weston will take the lead with a Tetris. Neither player's really been going for super high efficiency on 18s so far. I think they're just feeling each other out, trying not to make any mistakes. There's still a long way to go in this set. Did you just typo wife to wide? You did the reverse. Good job, Hazel. Good job. I don't know what a male wide is. Tetris for Weston, 280. Tetris for Catsugiri, 278. And we are tied almost at 303. Weston was 50 points ahead for a second. This is neck and neck. I really hope we can keep this up for the rest of the decider. That would be fantastic. Probably not fantastic for the players' nerves, but fantastic for the viewer experience. Tetris for Catsugiri, 351. Weston has managed to take a 1 Tetris lead, so he has substantiated the lead further than 50 points now. Weston going for that tower of long bars on the left, very high column 1. You know, if you don't have any other good spot for the long bars, it's usually a pretty good place to put them. Although now he needs one in a place which is not column 1 and gets it a piece too late. Catsugiri also with a long bar dependency. Oh, she overshoots it. Okay, gets another one very quickly, so that's not as bad as it could have been. I'm sure that was fairly nerve-wracking. Tetris for Catsugiri, 424. Both players will transition very shortly. Weston with the next line clear. Catsugiri will transition in 2. Longbar dependency forming in the middle for Catsugiri. Weston transitions at 470. Catsugiri transitions midway up the board at 427. Can't get that square over. Oh, misses the tuck on the L, goes way early, ends up on top of the hung square. That is not a go, and Catsugiri tops out at 429, so Weston will get one back. And tie us up 1-1. Both players ready for game 3. Let's count it down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Players underway, scoring a simul Tetris with the first long bar. Seed not appearing to have any nasties in it just yet. Always a relief to your nerves as a player in this kind of high pressure match. I feel like the absolute worst thing that can happen is when the bad part of the seed is right at the start and you're not quite ready for it. Both players tied, 70,000 at 15 lines. Catsugiri will take a couple of burns, so Weston scores with the long bar, avoids taking said burns, and now has the chance to build just a little early lead. And he will do that, he's fully 1 Tetris ahead at 23 lines. Weston with another good start. He has started very well this entire broadcast. He was doing quite well at keeping up with AV on 18, which is impressive because of how accomplished of an 18 player AV is. Catsugiri in all sorts of bother. Needs a square over to the left, she gets it. Gets a good S as well. Gets the burn with the single. Oh, long bar flat would have been perfect for the left if she'd managed to get it over. But not reacting in time. We're gonna at least get to see the bus screen. Look at that beautiful thing. But Catsugiri is done at 124. And Weston will go to match point. His first time even appearing above community tournament. And he is 1 game away from taking out the Hopefuls finals. And they're both ready, so let's get them into game 4 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Gonna delete the VOD. Delete the VOD despite me never. I mean, I'm pretty sure YouTube hates my guts from the comments that I've seen, so maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, YouTube hates lots of people's guts, but yeah, I know YouTube hates mine. Maybe YouTube just hates guts in general, which is a problem because we all have them. Weston, in a little bit of bother early on, thought about going for the center well with that L. You saw him hovering the placement. But I think wisely decided against it, and he'll get a conventional right well Tetris to go to 62,000. Catsugiri with just a small early lead at 76. When are we gonna give YouTube channel ownership back to Remainings? The, like, 1 month when Remainings was in charge of YouTube was the peak of CTM. Things have never been greater. Nice T-tuck there from Weston to get him Tetris ready. 130 for Weston, 124 for Catsugiri, so Weston with a minor less than 1 Tetris lead. Yeah, YouTube is very good at wasting your time like that, isn't it? Yeah, no, the Remainings era's ancient history. I mean, even Remainings' Discord account is ancient history at this point. We've been stuck with Shader for so long. Tetris for Catsugiri, 194. Tetris for Weston up to 199. Neck and neck once again. These players proving very evenly matched. Alright, thanks for the heads up, Tyler. I'll make sure I don't watch it. Weston with an overhang to fill in on the right does just that, gets the Tetris. Catsugiri with a well to uncover. Gets the L to do that. 249 plays 245. Unflinchingly neck and neck. Wow, I'm gonna be honest, Lucy, you sound kind of miserable. Simul Tetris, 296 for Weston, 293 for Catsugiri. I don't know why I just said 293 and then, you know, acted like there was not a person who had 293,000 points. There really hasn't been a whole bunch to say on 18. These players proving astoundingly even. You know, even in game 1 before the early top out from Weston. Weston did take a bit of a lead in game 1, but ever since then... Yeah, no, 369 to 365 at a line difference of 1. This is... There's nothing in this. Both players pretty much, I was going to say pretty much completely clean. Catsugiri did miss out on a Tetris by blocking the well, but was able to reopen that nice and quickly. $413 for Catsugiri. Make that 435 with the Tetris. Weston up to 461 has finally managed to create some separation. He's now 1 Tetris ahead, which is still not that much, but it is more of a lead than anyone's had basically since the start of Game 4. And Cobra, hey Cobra, welcome in. Cobra in here, supporting Catsugiri. It's been great to see lots of the players' friends here in chat rooting for them. Gambling on them, forfeiting all their channel points to us on them. Tetris for Weston, 556, very solid tournament pace from both players. Both with 6 lines to go, Catsugiri at 531. The Simul Tetris there, 579 to 554. So Weston holding on to this 1 Tetris lead, but there's very little in this still. 6:03 into 19 for Weston and 5:78 for Catsugiri. This will be the first real extended look we get at the players 19 play. And Weston with a dirty Tetris on row 4. That's one way to start off the post-transition. Showing little fear. Catsugiri burning a bit right now. Weston at 6:41 getting a pretty rough sequence of pieces there, but was able to stash them over to the right in a fairly connected and good-looking manner. 6:47 now for Weston, 6:50 for Catsugiri, who has just taken the lead. $7.01 into 22, Weston with a misdrop. Could be quite disastrous, but is getting all of the double tucks. They're not like strict double tucks, but, you know, tucks with 2 movements. Weston, very good job of staying calm with that great big diving board. Catsugiri with the Tetris reclaims the lead at 7:15. Weston's board really starting to get jacked up now, though. Was able to survive the initial misdrop, but it's just gotten more and more uncomfortable from there, and Weston tops out at 7:12. And would you know it, it is our third decider of the day. Catsugiri is good. She takes game 4. It's cruel, but there's only one way we can put an end to this. It's the decider, our last hopefuls game of the day and the year in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. There's a lot riding on this. It'll be the biggest win. I keep saying this. I know the audience will tire of hearing it, but it is a real factor for the players. This would be the biggest achievement by far in either of their careers. Like, I can almost feel secondhand the nerves I felt in Hopefuls Finals just by watching this. I'm being transported back to the mindset of that day. So I remember this situation, players, I feel you. Oh, Weston with a hang. That long bar not getting anywhere near the left side. Tapped a bit late there, but was able to get a Tetris and bring the board down, so it will be fairly inconsequential in the end. Now's the moment to take a breath. Nothing happened. There was a hang, but nothing came of it. Nice burn there with the square from Weston. Wants a long bar soon, though. Both players would really like the long bar soon. Weston gets the Tetris to bring the board down. Catsugiri has a lot more weight on the well, so she's not going to be able to use that long bar. Catsugiri burning, keeping it safe. Gets the Tetris, 111. That is very true, Kingsman. And would you know it, we're neck and neck. 136 plays 135. This game will not give us a break. It's neck and neck all the way. $160 to $158, and if this is anything like games 3 or 4, we're just gonna go on like this for the whole of 18, trading Tetrises with a separation of like 2,000 points. Yeah, a lot will be on the players' minds right now. And we are almost tied. 500-point lead for Catsugiri for a second there. Weston got a Tetris. Catsugiri had to block the well. Didn't want to make a long bar dependency. which is a very smart move. One of the things you really want to avoid in a situation like this is it's easy for hubris to get to you, to commit hard to a dependency. Weston's board falling apart just a little. He needs to be careful here. I would love an L, but he keeps getting J's, and that one doesn't make it to the right. Can he bring this down? Oh, gets a line clear, just about gets the long bar over. Gets a double and a single. Oh, has to... Oh, taps late on the L. This could be it for Weston. That's going to be so difficult to get out of, and there's no way. 264. Weston almost saved that undiggable dig, but then the misdrop on the L cost it for him. And Catsugiri, 15th seed in her first ever Hopefuls, is going to be your winner. A very popular choice as Hopefuls winner, as you can see in chat. There's the... yeah, there she is. There's Catsugiri. Hello.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.